Alright YouTube, this was supposed to be the exciting day, but you know what, let's make a little mini rant inside this video. I said it once, and I'm gonna say it again, I don't like FedEx. Gas or camera plates were supposed to arrive today, and I was supposed to go ahead and swap those gas or camera plates out, and go ahead and change my shocks for the fronts. So I have conies in the back, KYBs in the front. I have warranty on the KYBs, so I'm gonna go ahead and just replace them with gas or camera plates. I was gonna make a video out of it, obviously. There's a video, but here we are again. FedEx fucked me again, and it's delayed again. So it's not gonna get here until tomorrow. It's supposed to come in today. I was excited for today, but here we go with FedEx saying that it's delayed. Seriously, I hate FedEx. They never get my shit on time. Other than that, I think 9 out of 10 times with FedEx is late. 9 times out of 10 with UPS, will be here on time. So what I noticed was an LMR gave you an option to pay an extra $10 to ship it with FedEx, or it's free. I mean, extra $10 to ship it with UPS, or free shipping with FedEx. My cheap ass obviously took the FedEx route. In all honesty, I expected it to be late anyways. So yeah, here we are waiting for a package that's not coming till tomorrow. So any of you order from American Muscle LMR, you can order with UPS. If you want to know your package gets on time, go order it with UPS. Pay the extra $10, because if you get it with FedEx, you really don't know when it's going to land to you. So this is my honest experience with FedEx, man. I hate FedEx. So yeah, we'll go ahead and skip this to tomorrow when it gets here. Alright YouTube, after 2 days of waiting, or 3 days actually, should have been here on the 29th, is the 2nd of October. FedEx has delayed my package, just finally here. So you can see, here's the caster camber plates from SVE, LMR. Here's all the hardware. There is no instructions on here anywhere, just a box. And obviously these like foam pads thing. But it. And here are all the necessary hardware. I'm gonna go ahead and look on the video on how to put these on, because I honestly don't know how to put these on. Well, I know how to put them on, it's just what hardware goes where, like assuming there's washers under here and stuff. So take a quick look at the video and we'll go ahead and get started on it. Alright, so we're outside. These are the old caster camber plates. This is the top half. Here's the bottom half of it. So it just kind of goes like, jeez, can't even make a good explanation. I look like a tard now. Just like that. Oh, sorry. Just like that. That took a while. Like basically like that. There was 2 rivets holding it. All you gotta do is literally get a big hammer and a punch and punch out the metal. Just smack it a couple times, punch it, get a big flathead, pry it off. Obviously you're gonna get your car in a jack stand and a jack. You gotta obviously take off the shock, and yeah, that's like the main steps of it. Here comes out the shock. So it's a 21 and a 24. Actual, this is a 21, this is a 24. Use a 21 on the head, use an impact on the other side, get yourself an impact. Makes it a lot easier. So I have it on jack stands, have it supporting the actual spindle. Now, I already installed the driver's side. And honestly, there's not much videos on how to do this. I basically just try to use every single component in the bag. I only left me with these 2. And basically here's the actual caster camera plate. So basically how it's going to be is, it's going to be like this. So this like flat part is going to face the motor, and this is basically going to face that way. So it's going to be like this. There's no, like I said, LMR made a video on it. It's not a clear video on how to put it. There's certain ones where he put, like he said that you're supposed to put the washers here, the gold washers, put the nut, and then put like a fifth, like a spacer like this one. like gas spacer right there on top. Sorry, my dirty hands. I mean, working on a car. I don't usually like to wear gloves, so hands are dirty. And you're supposed to put it on top here and all that jazz. There was still some hardware left, and I was just like, well, let me try to make sense of this and actually use all the hardware, because I don't see why would there be so many hardware left. Why did you give you so much hardware, and like, why would you have so much left? So what I did was I basically just take everything to my own consideration and try to use every single hardware I can find. So what I did was basically this thing originally, right? Let me just put it out here actually, just so it would be seen in the light. Originally, there's a shaft here that goes here. I'll push that to the back there. There's a shaft that goes here. And actually, we'll get that shaft. That looks like this. Originally, on the original OEM caster camber plate. So it goes on top, just like that, right? So it took some space up. What I did was, I decided to get one of these big ones and one of these medium sized guys. I went ahead and put it on here, put this one here, and I went ahead and got this bad boy right here, put it right here. So basically that's what I did. And it almost took up as much space as this, because I was trying to kind of replicate what this would have been. Because like I said, there's no video I seen that shows what do you do with the rest of these spacers. I'm not even sure if those are supposed to go there. I'm just assuming, because like I said, there was so much hardware left that I just stacked it up like that. And it's basically like, okay, let's go with this. So I did that to the driver's side. Then now, this thing will go on top here. So when it's actually in, this thing will go on top right here. And then this washer will go on top right here, and it will stack. So basically, let me show you how, this is how we're gonna go first. So this is the passenger side. This obviously has to go this way. So you have to go look up here and just kind of line this up. It's hard doing this with one hand, in all honesty, and it's almost getting dark. Basically, just like that. You just gotta push it in, just like that. And once you push it in, this obviously just goes on top. And now, how you're gonna put it? Alamar again made another video stating that when you're putting these caster camber plates on, that if you are lowered, the caster camber plate should be closer to the motor. If you are just regular height, the caster camber plate should be like this. Now, I looked at the comment section, and it basically, there's some guy arguing that said, isn't it supposed to be the opposite, that it's supposed to look like this when it's lowered, which basically is closer to the fender, and then if you're a regular height, it should go closer to the motor. And basically Alamar said, yeah, that's how you're supposed to do it, but then they specified, that's why they mentioned like blah 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 blah. So basically, that's how you're supposed to do it. If you have lowering springs on this car, and more than likely you should, because I don't see why you would put caster camber plates if you're stock height. This is how the configuration should be. Your caster camber plate should be closer to the fender. So you're basically using this on this outer one, you're using the second one out, and this one the second one out, and this one the second one out. And you're just supposed to tighten it, and supposed to somewhat center it, and supposed to make it like almost equal until you get it to obviously an alignment shop, and yeah, obviously align it for you. So let me go ahead and do this real quick. I'm gonna put it up, put the washers, and kind of get it started and show you how I'm exactly gonna do this. All right, we're back. So like I said, the washer, then the nut on top, and then basically this is how it's gonna be diagrammed. So there's like, it's angles in pointing to the motor that way, and you're supposed to use the inner ones. Because apparently, like I said, if you're lowered, this is how you're supposed to put it. But like again, on the LMR video, it was a little confusing because on the LMR video they said you're supposed to put it closer to the motor if you're lowered, and if you're stock height, you're supposed to be closer to the fender. Like I said, somebody said it was opposite way, so I'm gonna do it like this. Get it aligned, show that video as well, and make sure that everything's correct. So once you got this here, next step would obviously be getting your shock and just sticking it up there. And let me do that right now, because like I said, it's hard to do this with one hand. All right, back again. So now you're gonna see that it's sticking up here, and you obviously put, like, you didn't tighten it, but you kind of put the bolt through there, and basically this is how it's gonna sit. Now you're gonna be left with these two. What I did was, this is what Landon said, put this spacer right there, and there's a washer that's like gray. I went ahead and put that on top of this just because I don't know where else would go. And then you go ahead and use, I actually have the nut that obviously goes onto your tower. Go ahead and use that. I have a new one that I think that I left here. Ah, there it is. New nut that goes on top of it. And all you got to do is hand tighten that, tighten the bottom parts, and that's basically almost all the parts. There was 2 parts left in this whole entire process of putting this on. Like I said, I'm not sure of how 100% accurate is it using the other parts. I'm not even sure if you're supposed to use the other parts, because Landon, again, from LMR, if you look at LMR's install video, did not mention installing any of those. I just decided to put all of those because I thought it made sense to me. Like I said, there's no clear video on how to do it. I'm not sure how Landon put it. It's just literally how you're supposed to do it. It's just the gold washers and a nut on top, and you call it a day. So go ahead and hand tighten this on top, and that's basically how you're gonna put it. You're gonna do the exact same thing to the other side. When you tighten it, you're supposed to like shove it up a certain way, just to hope that it somewhat would match like that side. Hopefully it matches that side. So then, you know, you could drive to your local alignment shop and go ahead and get it aligned. Now, I'm gonna somewhat eyeball it. What you're gonna do now is tighten everything down that you have to tighten. The 2 bolts on the bottom, and then this bolt, this bolt, this bolt, and I tighten this bolt last. So that's literally what I'm gonna do now. That's basically it on how to put this caster camera plate on. Like I said, there's not an exact video onto you that shows you using every single part in that little baggie they put, because there is no instructions when they send you the caster camera plates. There is a PDF online, but that kind of shows how it's supposed to look like. Like, this is the only 2 things left in the bag, so I use most of it. It didn't really show. It just shows like how it's supposed to be oriented, but it doesn't really show, like, you know, how you use every single thing, where you're supposed to put them. There's no video on that. So like I said, I'm guessing here. The helicopter kind of muffling me there, but yeah, it's also getting dark because I'm doing this after work, so I can take this to work tomorrow and get it aligned, and hopefully, you know, the alignment process goes well, because I'm tired of wearing out my tires, and it's been so long. I've been waiting to put these damn caster camera plates on, and I finally do. So yeah, that's really as simple as that. Hope this video makes sense to you guys. To me, kind of did. I mean, kind of did. Like, I think it was a decent video. It's a little hectic because, like I said, I'm not doing exactly how they're doing it. I'm just using every single part I can see. So, literally, I'm gonna drive it. See how it drives. If it drives hella funky, it drives hella weird, I'll tell you guys. But yeah, that's it. Until next time, YouTube.